Happy Monday to you all. Happy Monday. What's going on, everybody? What's up? We are now live here on the Around the Point Network. It is Monday once again. And that means the kitchen is once again open. This is another live edition of Steve's Kitchen here on the Around the Point Network YouTube channel. What is going on, everyone? Hope all of you are having a wonderful afternoon wherever it is that you are around the world. Maybe where you're at right now is probably nighttime. Who knows? You're having a good evening, what have you. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. More importantly, it is September 11th, 2023. Of course, I am Steve. What's going on, everybody? And of course, we got the pride of Detroit, the one, the only, Big Mike. What's going on, brother?
I'm chilling. What's going on with you, Steve?
Just chilling, bro. You know, it's another day, man. Another day. It's kind of crazy out here today. It's been raining like crazy, like cats and dogs. Crazy to think the last couple of days has been nothing but sun, humid, and now we're dealing with rain. You know, but hopefully where you're at, it's a little bit better in your neck of the woods.
It's overcast. It looked like it's about to rain.
And of course, everyone's already keep asking here. So, how about them Giants?
Yeah, I think we might want to forget about what happened yesterday.
Listen, you know what?
That's fucking bullshit.
Pretty much. That's what happened, right? You know, it's the beginning of the season, right? Beginning of the season, this happens, right? It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish.
Yeah.
You know, so other than that, Mike, I'm happy that, you know, the Lions got the win for you, you know.
Yeah, man. What I predicted happened. It's all about keeping the faith, you know, in your own team. You know what your team is and you know what they're capable of, and hopefully that put the league on notice that we ain't nothing to play around with.
You have to be fucked around. That's what it is. Not to be fucked around with and shit, you know. But nevertheless, you know, hopefully there's a chance, Mike, right, that the Giants can beat the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
Big chance, right? Big chance. Then we gotta go to San.
Yeah, that'll be a nice bounce back win for you guys.
And then after that, San Francisco. I mean, yeah, it's
San Francisco ain't easy. Then you're gonna lose that.
But again, you know, it is what it is, right? You move on, you brush it off your shoulder. Like I said earlier, it's not about how you start; it's about how you finish.
Exactly.
You know.
But you want to start off strong and end off strong in football.
Yeah. But then again, let's assume for a second the Giants win the Super Bowl, right?
That's not happening.
Okay, in a distant planet, okay? And the commentary, just to think, you know, in the opening game against the Cowboys, they lost 40-0, you know, and look at them now. Like, but in sports, though, like I'm pretty sure there's been a team out there who started off bad their first game and then ended up winning the championship.
I think the Patriots did that once, but nonetheless, you guys took a major step back from last year. You guys were undefeated up until you played the Lions last year, and then you guys, I want to say, finished. You finished off decent. I think you made the playoffs. Via wild card?
Yeah, the wild card. Yeah, I remember
and you
that.
lost that.
To the Eagles. The fucking Eagles.
Yeah. This is a major step back from last year.
It's the laughing stock. I've seen all the memes, bro. I've seen all the memes. The John Cena, Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam 2014 meme where Brock is just German suplexing the fuck out of Cena. Like,
yeah, that was a shellacking of ultra proportions.
But you know what though, man? At least you didn't hear anyone out there. Like, we'll get into this right now. You didn't hear anybody forking over 500,000 for the Giants now in the opening game, like Drake did for fucking Israel Adesanya at UFC 293.
Yeah, Yeah. I mean, Drake is Drake. Drake is gonna
No,
do
but
Drake things.
no, but you gotta keep in mind though. You know, it's not really Drake betting 500,000, right? It's not
Yeah, I
him.
know. It's the
It's
company that's
it's Stake.
fronting him the cash.
Stake is paying him. Hey, just post this on social media. We'll give you the money back. We'll pay you. But just say that you're betting this. So explain how people really thought, like, oh my God, Drake really forked over $500,000 on Israel Adesanya, who was like a
But
minus
guess what?
600 something, who was a minus 600 something, bro.
Even if he did fork over 500,000, he will make that back by the end of the week.
Yes, he will.
Maybe by the middle of the week, he will make that back. That's how much money this guy is racking in.
And y'all got to keep in mind this too, right? Let's just say, for instance, right, hypothetically speaking, that Drake really did fork over 500,000. For him, he looks at 500,000 the way we look at $5. Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
for him, 500,000 ain't nothing, bro. It ain't nothing, bro. He's one of those guys that wipes his ass with dollar bills, man. Come on.
Yeah.
It's an expression, but you get what I'm saying. But let's get into this, Mike. But before we do, again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. Hit that bell notification. You'll be notified when we go live almost every single day. And if you guys feel generous, we do have the super chats enabled as well. If you want to give us a donation, it does help out the show in the long run. So, Big Mike, last Saturday night was UFC 293, and I'll be honest, the card itself was, on paper, as Mike chugs away his water. There you go. Just do it. Like
Why your attention span is so low? Come on, bro.
Just do it. Like Nike.
What was happening at UFC? Come on.
The card. It's the undercard really was kind of underwhelming on the main card, right? But the main event, what people were talking about here, Israel Adesanya defending the UFC middleweight title against Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland.
All right.
Now, going into this fight, Israel Adesanya was a minus 600 something. DraftKings had a boost for him for a plus 100. They were listen, if you would have told me going into this, right, knowing what we know, you would have thought Izzy was winning this no problem whatsoever. Now, keep this in mind, bro. Myself, Chase, I think even you, right, and Romeo and our parlays, right? Everything was hitting. Everything that we put was hitting, right? We were like, yo, we're in the clear. It's about to go down. Izzy about to finish this fool in at least 2 rounds, right? Give it 2 rounds and it'll be over. We'll be doing the Prince Nana dance, the top rope. And that's we'll be doing that, right? Like, all right, this is party time, And the fight begins. And listen, going into this again, keep in mind what I just said. And then the unthinkable happened. Sean Strickland shocked the world. No, and he didn't knock him out.
No,
so you can't
decision.
You can't even say, "Oh my God, it was a lucky punch. He got lucky." You can't even say that. He choked him out with a submission. No, you can't say that either. Sean Strickland, with nothing to lose and everything to gain, went out there and shocked the world.
Yep.
Arguably the biggest upset in the history of the UFC.
Yeah.
I did not see this coming, bro.
Nobody did.
No one did, bro.
And if you say you did, you lying.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying that there aren't people.
Don't even.
Mike.
Don't even.
Don't I'm pretty sure. Hear me out.
Come to the defense of these people.
No. I'm pretty sure there's probably one or two people out there who Let's just keep it a buck. Who probably thought, okay, Sean. Again, there's always that one person. There's always that one person.
Yeah, you know who that one person is?
Casper the Friendly Ghost. Casper.
No, it was the person is the coach and his trainers. Those were the people that had him beating them. That's the only people.
But hey, man, it happened though, bro. And here's the thing, bro. Izzy just had, I don't want to say an off night. Oh, he did. Like, fuck this. Yeah, he did have it off.
Izzy does this all the time.
And he looked terrible. He just looked off,
when he loses, yeah, it happens all the time. When he has a big win, he will have an even worse loss. And this dude can't keep a title to save his life for at least 3 straight title defenses.
Well, to be fair, his first run, he did have
his first run.
Yes.
But after he got beat, it's been win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. Terrible stuff. This dude needs to get humble. Like, he needs to humble himself. Somebody in his camp needs to humble him, because you know who wouldn't do this?
Do I know who this person is?
Yes. He's the GOAT.
Floyd Mayweather? Floyd.
It's in the sport, Steve.
Oh, yeah. John Jones. Come on, man.
John Jones would not do this ever.
Almost did. Almost. It almost.
But he will take himself out of the situation because of the stupid stuff that he does outside of the octagon. But inside of that octagon, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't fight a lazy fight. No. He wouldn't do that.
No, but again, dude, it's crazy to think, because let's be real about this, man. The UFC did not want this to happen. The UFC, they did not imagine Sean Strickland becoming the new UFC middleweight champion. And now this is what happened. This is what they got now. They have someone who, let's face it, it's not as flashy as an Israel Adesanya, not as flamboyant, or not as, doesn't have that aura to him like a Conor McGregor or a Sean O'Malley.
Right.
This guy, will say a lot of outlandish stuff, a lot of stuff that you may not agree with, or anyone that's watching may not agree with. And this is who they have now as the champion.
Yeah. Honestly, from a PR standpoint,
it's a nightmare.
That show was a train wreck.
It was. It was a total train wreck.
It was a train wreck.
It was. Bro, it was, dude. It was a total train wreck, bro.
I looked at all of the clips of the post-fight interviews and in the octagon and the presser. It was a train wreck, man.
Oh, it was. Oh, absolutely, bro. You're not off on that one. You are not off, dude. This was a total freaking train wreck, what we saw on Saturday night within the UFC. It really, really was. And again, now the people, I know Dana did say in the media, in the post-scrum rematch. I'll be honest with you, Mike. I don't need to see it right
now. No.
I'm good,
I don't need to see it either.
I'm good, bro. Hey, you know what I say? And I know people may not like this. Rock with Sean Strickland, bro. Rock with Sean Strickland as your middleweight champion, bro.
Yeah.
Let it rock. Let it rock.
Let's see where it goes.
And you know what's crazy, bro? He went into enemy territory. Dude went into enemy territory, bro. Enemy territory. He went down under, bro. This man went to Australia. Bro. The definition of America. This man right here, bro. Went out there. You think he was scared, bro? When they closed the door, bro, and the referee said, "All right, let's go. Let's get it on." You think he was afraid, dude? Any other person, dude, who fights Izzy, bro, they shake, bro. Their nerves are already off the first round. This dude, like I said earlier, nothing to lose, a lot to gain.
Bro.
It's
just like, man,
it's amazing, dude. It's amazing, bro. It's
you
amazing.
think I thought I was gonna wake up to some money. Nope. Nope. That day was terrible. Alabama lost. Izzy lost. It's like, whatever, bro. In the mud.
Way in the mud, bro. Way in the mud. But nevertheless, congratulations to Sean Strickland. I look forward to seeing this run, bro. Again, the Sean Strickland, who literally, when you think about this, right? When you look into Sean Strickland, right, and all his stuff that he's done, right? He came off 2 losses, right? Coming off 2 losses, beating Ubas Magomedov, and then got a title shot.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second, bro. He's coming off 2 losses to Pereira and the Carnier. Beats Ubas Magomedov, right? Someone not even ranked in the top 10, and then gets a title fight. And it's crazy to think because, again, the UFC did not want to make this fight. They didn't want to do it.
Then why did they?
Because they needed to give Australia a shot. And Izzy's like, no, give me this fight. I will smoke this guy. I'll get him out of there in 2 rounds or so.
See, that's just him not taking the opponent seriously. In fighting, you got to take your opponent as serious as like it's this Mike Tyson standing across from you.
I know. Oh, absolutely, bro.
But guess what? He didn't want to do that.
He didn't want to do that.
And guess what happened? He lost his belt.
Yes. He lost his belt. He lost everything. He lost everything, dude.
He didn't lose everything. He's just this knocks him down a peg for me, man. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it kind of does. Because here's the thing, bro. He's on my ban list now for life, homie. You're on my ban. You're on the ban list, dude.
No, Izzy's not on my ban list. He's not gonna lose back-to-back fights. I'll still bet on him in the second fight. If he has a tuna fight and in the next fight is against him, I will bet on him both them times.
You think so? You really think for one?
But in a first title defense, I'm not betting on you in that first title defense.
I just think honestly,
not
bro.
Doing that.
I just think honestly, I'll be real with you. I felt like Strickland had a better game plan going into this fight. He stuck to the game plan.
I mean, he just crowded him. He did the same thing Pereira did. He crowded him.
Yes, but also factor into his height was an advantage. So when Eddie went to go for those kicks and shit, normally Eddie goes for kicks. He couldn't even do it in this fight.
Yeah, because he's short.
Exactly. So it paid off.
And you know what? You know what was another fight that he tried to? I forget the other fighter. It was two fights before the Pereira fight that he fought a short fighter and he tried to keep throwing the leg kicks and he was missing.
Was it Robert Whitaker?
I think it was. He just kept throwing the kicks and he was just hitting over his head, over his head.
Martin Vittori.
One of those.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, stop going for the kicks and just punch him and wrestle him. Like, come on.
I do think, though, honestly, you know what? He does need, if I'm him, take some time off. Take a year and change off. Rest. Come back with a different game plan. And let the middleweight division rock for a bit. Let it rock. Okay, think about this, right? He ran laps around that division. When you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy who beat everyone in that division, right? He went up to light heavyweight, took a chance, didn't win, but still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beat Robert Whitaker twice, beat Martin Vittori twice. Finally got the win over Alex Pereira. And then we go with Sean Strickland. But then after that, fought the best of the best. even through all this stuff, bro. But nonetheless, man, Sean Strickland is your new UFC middleweight champion, man. I cannot wait, bro. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, bro. Read some comments here as well. Frantic Girl writes here: the UFC pay-per-view suck. I'm not going to watch another one till John Jones fighting. I'm going to watch PFL and Bellator. Well, Bellator might be up for sale soon.
Yeah, Bellator is in the mud.
And PFL, I guess.
I'm only watching PFL if Ngannou or Clarissa Shields is fighting. Don't care about anybody else.
Yeah. It's a fact right here. The UFC pay-per-view this past Saturday felt like Vince McMahon booking. I guess so. And the UFC games are getting the Madden curse, cover curse now.
Oh, we don't know the actual cover, do we?
Well, for UFC?
Yeah.
Well, for the standard edition, it's Alexander Volkanovski and Valentina Shevchenko. Now, the deluxe edition.
Let me look on PlayStation Store real quick.
The deluxe edition is Izzy on the cover. So, yeah. Oh, man. But let's move on here, guys. Let's move on. There's lots of stuff to get into as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. And guess what? Guess what? If you got PlayStation Plus, you can get it 10% off.
Yeah. So let's move on here a little bit. This past Saturday on Collision. Now, I didn't watch all Collision, just a little bit here and there, to be honest with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing was, yeah, Jade Cargill came back. That was great. She took out Chris Statlander. But I know, Mike, you were happy to see Jade back, right?
Yeah, I saw it on my timeline of Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, the goddess is back. That's awesome." Is it gonna give me a tune in every Saturday? No.
The goddess is back, yo. Oh man.
Is it gonna give me the tune in? No.
I do think
at least I know she's back.
I do think though, honestly, that should be the show she should be on though. Keep her on Collision.
Yeah.
Keep her on Collision. But also Bryan Danielson spoke to the crowd. He was interviewed, I believe, by Tony Schiavone, and he did say that, hey, many years ago, he promised his daughter, Birdie, that when she turned 7, that he would retire or he would start, cutting it down, right? Slowing it down here. And she's currently right now 6 years old. I think Sound Monster said this on the Sound Off this past Sunday. Birdie Danielson became the biggest heel in wrestling right now.
Oh, can't you put that on that little girl?
No. In the sense of, oh my God, like she's 6 years old.
Honestly, bro, I think it's for the better. I mean,
I think it is. And I agree.
He's what? He's 41, right?
Yeah.
So I think if he retires next year.
Well, to my understanding, and I was going to get into this, it's not that he's fully retiring. It's like he won't be wrestling.
He wants to scale it back.
Yes, and focus more behind the scenes, which I think is great. I think honestly, for someone like him, I said this, when he came back in 2018, like, bro, this guy's on borrowed time. So enjoy him while you can.
Yeah.
Enjoy him while you can. Also factor in, he's already had injuries in AEW. Multiple injuries.
Yeah, broken forearm,
broken arm,
concussion probably he's had.
Yeah, it's all the stuff that he's already been through. It's like, bro, if there's anyone who deserves, to have a life schedule, is Bryan Danielson. People now, if he's your GOAT, I don't know, but he's in that discussion. He's in that discussion now.
Yeah.
As far as the wrestling is concerned, let's just keep that in mind, okay? But I do think, yes, he does deserve that light schedule. And from my understanding too, he's gonna work behind the scenes, and which is great because I do feel like the roster loves him, and he has a great mind for the business. You know what I mean? And he's selfless. He's so selfless, bro.
Yeah.
But he also made a challenge. Because again, the vibe I got of this, bro, this is the last dance for him. This is his last dance.
Yeah.
Or the final chapter, right? The final chapter in the Book of Hobbes. No, not the Book of Hobbes, no.
Oh no, that's a genre book. We're talking about the
Playbook.
last chapter of the Book of Dragon.
The Book of Dragon, yes. So he issued a challenge, and as you guys know, in a couple of weeks, it will be Wrestle Dream between AEW and New Japan. And he basically called out Zack Sabre Jr. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He challenged him to a match because they were supposed to originally wrestle at the inaugural Forbidden Door, but Bryan got hurt.
All right.
So at a New Japan show over the weekend, Zack Sabre Jr. responded and accepted the challenge. So it's official, Mike. It is official. On October 1st, on a Sunday, it's going to be Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. in a dream match to see who really is the best technical wrestler in the world. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people want to see this match. I'm one of them, but I'm happy for the people that really did want to see this match the first go around. And I'm glad it's coming to us. I can't wait to see how the rest of the Wrestle Dream card shapes out. And
hope tickets move, bro. Hope tickets move, though. Hope the tickets move.
Yeah, tickets aren't really moving that good right now, but hopefully with the matches.
But hey, man, they have Wembley. Hey, man, Wembley though, man, 81,000. Hey, 81,000, Wembley. So again, I'm happy for Bryan having his dream match again. Him slowing it down, I'm okay with that. I have no problem with it. Speaking of problems, moving on here, Santana on Rampage, they aired a video where he's basically saying that, hey, man, he's going dolo. He's on his own now. No longer needing of a crutch. I'm sure you've seen the video, right, Mike? You seen the video?
I didn't see the video, but I saw the tweets.
Oh man, you should have seen the video, Mike.
I can get a gist of what it was about.
Basically,
just taking subtle shots.
Basically, he's saying, he answered a lot of questions. Hey, he is now going by himself, basically, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could. Yeah, you don't gotta watch the show to know that.
Yeah. And again, there's got people talking on social media. All right, okay. Because you're the thing. I'm happy that he's back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then, you know who else saw this video? Ortiz saw the video. Ortiz, his former tag team partner of Proud and Powerful, and this is what he responded in a quote tweet. Like he basically quote tweeted Santana, right?
Right.
What a way to find out years of having your back meant nothing. Good luck without your crutch. Just remember, it helped you walk for the last 14 plus years. Hope your legs are good. Thank you for being honest for once, but you couldn't say it to my face. You know you still can, right? With a question mark.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, dude. I'll be honest here. If I was part of a tag team, and I find out that my tag team partner wants to go solo, and then take a subliminal jab at me in this video promo, what have you, I would feel some kind of way. I would. Because again, when you're a part of a tag team together, that's your bread and butter.
Right.
That's how you put food on your table.
Right.
And all that stuff. And then what do you know? Santana himself quote tweeted Ortiz.
Right.
With the following quote, "Wow. First thing you said to me in 14 months. No text, no call. No, I hope your recovery has gone well, but of course, paint me to be the bad guy, like you've always done. Guess you forgot about our last conversation about this. Either way, I'm happy. I hope and pray the same for you. I'll be honest, man. It breaks my heart, man. Now, I'm aware there's people out there that say, oh, maybe it's a work. Maybe they're working everybody, yo. I don't know, man. Because if you notice, bro,
that's at least what I'm hoping.
I'm willing and hoping that at least they're willing to do business. You know, again, two guys who have fallen out, but can at least do business, something that is not common in AEW.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, here's what I have to say about it.
Sure, go ahead.
So the last time I saw them as a tag team was obviously Blood and Guts. And he tore his ACL in the match.
Yes.
And then after that, that's when all of the stuff started coming out of them not getting along and having a falling out as the stuff like that, like leading up to Blood and Guts. But after the fact, that's when we started hearing about it. I seen a tweet, and we mention this guy all the time because we love him, Jason Solomon. Under the response tweet of Ortiz, he said, this better lead to a match, because if not, this is one of the most saddest moments in wrestling history because of the blunder that AEW did with them as a tag team. Never won tag team championships. They've been a part of. It was a part of a faction right away.
Inner Circle,
and it really didn't go anywhere with Inner Circle like that. I mean, yeah, they had a Blood and Guts, right? Inner Circle, and the Pinnacle.
Bad, I believe. Yeah, it was. Yeah, two.
Yeah, they had a Blood and Guts.
I was gonna say 2 Blood and Guts.
They might have had 2 Blood and Guts, and I think they had a Stadium Stampede, the first one, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, them as a tag team really didn't go anywhere. And if for them to fall out like this, even previously, not even in AEW, LAX and Impact, they were a really good tag team. They were the top premier tag team in LAX. I mean, in Impact. Basically, where I picked them up from, you know, during the small little time we were watching Impact. Yeah. You know, the whole, we make fun of it all the time. Richie, like the kid getting ran over. Or Ricky. Yeah,
Richie, same shit. Yeah,
I think it's Richie, but
Richie.
Nonetheless, it's sad. It's really sad, and I hope it is a work. So, but only time will tell. Into his singles run, if Ortiz ain't in the picture, they just beefing.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, right? And I'm hoping it's, again, like I said earlier, if you notice when he came back, there was no like acknowledgement of Santana to Ortiz or vice versa. If you notice,
they were
at Stadium Stampede, they weren't even matching, bro.
No, bro. When they came back, it was like weird. It was like who was at the middle of the ramp? I forget who was at the middle of the ramp, but Ortiz popped up out of nowhere in the middle of the ramp, and he was staring in front of somebody to get them distracted, and then Santana just walked down from the other end, and it was just like, okay. And then when they got the best of whoever they were fighting, they were in the corner, no acknowledgement, no high fives, no glad to see you, no nothing. It was just awkward.
Yeah, it was. It was, dude. And again, that breaks my heart, bro. It's very, very, like, it's sad. Now,
Yeah.
if you notice as well, again, they'll do moves here and there. Like if you notice the Stadium Stampede in Wembley, they did some double team moves in it during the match. But again, it goes back to what I'm saying. They're willing to do business. I feel like.
Yeah, I think you know what? Honestly, I think they were kind of like, well, let's get these out the way, and if it doesn't feel right after that, then make your decision. I think he made his decision.
Yeah. Santana still has a problem with Eddie Kingston also.
I didn't know he had a problem with Eddie Kingston either.
I think now I do recall Conan was interviewed a while ago because he kind of like he was trying to get them to get their shit sorted. He was trying to sort all this out, like get them back on the same page and all that stuff. And per Conan, I guess one of the main reasons was that Santana felt that the AEW wasn't doing shit with them.
He ain't wrong.
And he wanted more than just, hey, this, right? He wanted more. On the other side of the coin for Ortiz, it's like, bro, we're getting paid, man. Just the laid back, listen, man. And I get that too. When you've been wrestling your entire life on the independent scene, right? For a hot dog and a handshake. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're finally getting this big break. Even though, let's just keep it a buck, Ortiz hasn't done shit.
All right.
Even when Santana was gone this whole time, Ortiz hasn't done anything.
They tried sticking him with Eddie Kingston, and that didn't go nowhere.
Nothing of significance. Nothing. He's done nothing. So for him, it's okay. Hey, man, I'm just getting a check from the money mark, right? He's going to pay me this much money. I'm okay with that. I'm Gucci, bro. I don't got to do anything. And what? You're paying me this much money to sit in catering? What? And I get to still do independent bookings on the weekends? Say less, homie. Say less. That's probably his mentality on it. Nothing wrong with that either, but at the same time bro, you're finally on the biggest stage to date in your career.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, I am in the belief. What happened, Mike?
This is also another instance of interest spreading them apart. You only associate yourself with people that want better for themselves. Yeah. Maybe Santana is that type of person. They thought that they had that same idea of what they wanted in their careers, and then somewhere down the line, Ortiz was like, "Nope, I'm good, bro." Like he's paying, like you said, he's paying me this, he's paying me that, and Santana was probably like, "Man, I want to be tag team champion, shoot multiple tag team champion,"
which they should have been.
After that, which they should have been, and maybe somewhere down the line, hey, I'm good enough to be on my own when they want to break, not giving us the title, and I can get like the TNT title or the All Atlantic at the time, or the International, something.
And I do think as
well.
And
maybe Ortiz is like, no, do what you want to do, bro.
Yeah, and if you notice, bro, also Santana got himself into this amazing shape. Pause. He did. Like he got himself. Yeah. He looks to be in amazing shape. Like he's ready for a singles run. Like he's literally now ready for the singles run. I'm pretty sure AEW has added some time to his contract for the time that he missed. But I'll be honest with you, I don't see Santana staying. I think once his deal is up, he's out of there. In my opinion. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I do think that once his deal is up, he's leaving. But again, man, it sucks, bro. It's very depressing. It's very who knows? Maybe we're being worked this entire fucking time, and then we'll come back like, oh man, they got us, yo, they fucking got us.
I'll be saying thank God, bro. Like, come on, like one of the best tag teams in AEW can't be beefing out like that, bro. It's like
one of the best tag team the AEW's fumbled on.
Yeah.
But We'll see what
Meanwhile,
happens.
we got this freaking Dark Order garbage to look at, and Proud and Powerful can't get their shit together.
They need to make make Santana and Ortiz beef into a storyline to make money out of it. I agree with that. But then they tried doing that, or with Punk and the Elite, and where did that go? You know, I just don't think AEW is capable of pulling that trigger, if you will. I just don't think they're capable of doing so. You know,
that's not Tony Khan's booking strategy, unfortunately.
Nah, sadly, it's not. Sadly, it's not, guys. Let's see here. Moving on. Let's move on. Let's move on here, okay? Also, they announced for Grand Slam. I'm sure you guys watched it. They made it official on Rampage. It's gonna be Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. They're gonna get their shit sorted out. So there's that. I'll be honest with you. Normally, every year, me and Walter go to Arthur Ashe. This year, depends if they drop those prices, because those prices are ridiculous.
I saw some of the stuff you put in the group chat, and it's like, dude, really?
Like, bro, it's like the prices that we paid originally, was it the last 2 years, bro, went up. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Now, do you think those prices went up because they think they hot shit now since they sold out Wembley? Or is it just up just to be up?
I think it's up to be up.
Okay.
And I think also, and again, I could be wrong on this, I guess the building price went up too.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong on that.
To recoup.
I could be wrong. Again, I'm just assuming.
Is there like a site where you can see how much it is to rent one of the buildings?
I don't know. Is there?
Like what rent? Like say like there's a site to where like how WrestleTix is with the tickets, but it's like for building rent. Like, hey, if you want to have an event here, what's the rent to pay?
Find out, Mike. Nah, it doesn't tell me. But I'm assuming it's fucking expensive. I'm assuming, right? I'm assuming it's.
Well, yeah, I know inflation is going up, and that's freaking terrible. Gas is climbing.
Yeah, it is. It really, really is. But also they made official. If you watch Rampage on Friday, which I know a lot of people out there on a Friday night.
Is the hashtag AEW Rampage after it? Like, no one's watching that, dude. Yeah. Stop.
They made this also official. It's going to be Claudia.
Yeah.
It's going to be Claudio Castagnoli defending the Ring of Honor world title against Eddie Kingston, who will be also defending his New Japan Strong Open Weight Championship.
Yeah, title for title.
Title for title.
And you know what that means? Huh?
What that mean, Mike?
That means that Eddie Kingston is winning.
No, for Eddie Kingston, that means the following.
Payday. You want payday?
That does mean payday.
Payday, yeah, it means payday. Now, wait, Walty, how are you?
He's like, what? What happened?
Okay, yes, that was on Collision. I'm sorry, friend. Okay, so on Collision.
Yeah, I didn't watch Rampage or Collision, so
I'm sorry.
Well, I usually watch Collision, but not this week, pal.
I know this week. I know, Walter. This weekend you were busy, man. This weekend, man, you were all over the place. This weekend, man.
I wish I was at where Walter was at this weekend.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying. It's gonna be Eddie Kingston and Claudio, title for title, and Claudio added that if he wins, Eddie Kingston has to shake his hand and say that he respects him. That's what, and again, you know, I loved how they explained why the hatred is there between them two. For those who probably wonder, oh, why is this? You know, it's legit. Their beef is legit. All because Claudio didn't want to do business. Claudio went to WWE before putting him over on the way out. But if you notice, though, two guys who don't get along and they're willing to do business, man.
Well, yeah.
I mean, what
Just-
Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels had to do it.
It looks like Santana and Ortiz might be doing it eventually. If not, I don't know.
I wasn't going to get to them right away. I was just going to say Claudio and Eddie is getting ready to do that. I wonder if before he brought him into the company last year, I wonder if he was smart enough to their beef. Tony Khan.
Who?
Tony Khan.
Who? Oh, like Claudio?
Yeah, who we're talking about.
I don't. I just don't think he. Again, I don't think
You don't care.
I don't think he really cared. Come on, bro. He's coming. He's going in there already fresh out of WWE. You think he really cares about what Eddie Kingston and him happened years ago? Like, come
Well,
on,
obviously
man.
he does if he keeps putting them in marquee matches.
Because they make money, bro. That's what it is, bro. The internet now, like, oh my god.
Well, yeah, because they eat everything they see from them. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's feeding the idiots.
It's the feud that keeps them going. It's for something for both of them to do. And
yes,
now I don't think it's going to culminate on Grand Slam. This could just be the beginning of a series of matches. But
yes.
actually, no, they already had a match before, right?
Yeah, they had a match at Super Card of Honor.
Yeah, so this is this is part 2 in the trilogy.
Remember that night we watched that, and then we had to watch that GCW versus DDT. Remember that?
Yeah,
I remember that shit.
I don't want to remember.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
No. Oh, okay. I was about to say, you saying yes to DDT?
Thank you to Spaz Phoenix for the $10 Canadian donation. How does a ginger high five his best friend? He claps. Also, this week's episode of WWE Last Week is available now on all your video and pod platforms. Thank you, Spaz, for the $10.
I don't get it, but whatever.
Thank you, Spaz. Thank you.
Normally I'll laugh at the goofy jokes, but I don't get this one.
This one I'm trying to figure out because Ginger's yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out now. Thought I had it at first.
The ginger high five his best friend. I don't know either, but thank you, Spaz.
Anyway, thank you. Yeah,
He claps.
Yeah. So,
but I agree with Frantic World. I think they'll have that trilogy match at Final Battle.
I hear the thing about it, right? If this is happening, now here's the catch. Okay. So here's the catch, though, right? Here's the catch, though, right? Here's the catch. We don't know if this is gonna be on Dynamite or Rampage. If it's on Dynamite, Eddie's winning.
Oh, it says Grand Slam. Doesn't say Dynamite.
Doesn't say whether it's Dynamite or Rampage.
No, in the mud.
Because Grand Slam is both the shows, right?
Yes.
Yeah, everything is Grand Slam.
Rampage. Not Rampage.
Listen. For his sake, I'll be honest here, bro. I really hope they put this on Dynamite and let this open
better main event. Better main event. No. Otherwise,
what's main eventing? No, what's main eventing is MJF and the winner.
Nah. You got to give it to Kingston, man. I'm sorry, MJF.
That has to be I'm Let it be the co-main.
If you remember,
let the women main event Rampage.
Well, guys, I'm gonna.
Rampage. Hashtag AEW Rampage after it. Like no one's watching that. Dude.
Yeah.
Stop.
Come on, man.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get my NNV on right now here. So, guys, if you remember last year's Grand Slam, the Ring of Honor World Title opened the show with Jericho and Claudio Castagnoli. So, I think you continue the tradition.
No, screw that bullshit. It's tradition.
And you have the Ring of Honor World Title open the show.
I'm sure MJF's gonna be over, but the most over guy that night's gonna be Eddie Kingston.
You better hope that match is on Dynamite, because if it's on a Rampage, bro, it's gonna be already out. And factor this in, right? It's bad enough. Walter, we were talking about this earlier. It's bad enough. The tickets really aren't selling like they used to the last few years. I just said this moments ago before you hopped on. We've gone through the last 2 Grand Slams. This year, it's not looking like we're going to be going this year.
Yeah, I don't know
about that, Steve. You're about to hit me with that, Steve. About
what do you mean? I'm mixed. I am mixed, but
I'm mixed right now. It's just that,
but I most likely think I will go, but I don't know how. But we'll have to figure it out. But it's just right now.
Yeah, right now for me, it's like I'm looking at this card, and I just don't feel like it's worth me taking the train from here to New York Penn Station. From there, hit the subway, and then once the show ends, get back on the train. Make sure I don't miss my train back from the city back to Jersey. Because you also got to factor this into Rampage. They'll be ending till like 1 a.m. You guys got to remember, it's the 2-hour ramp. These are the Rampage or Arthur Ashe.
1 hour.
It's a 2-hour Rampage. So you got people staying there till like 1 a.m.
Fuck, it's crazy.
They need to start the show early. Screw that.
No, they gotta tape Rampage. At least after. What they do at ROH, do a 1 hour Rampage taping before Dynamite, and then you could tape the other part after Dynamite. I don't know,
bro. It's gonna be a kill though, man. It's gonna be a kill. But nevertheless, that's what's happening. Again, this match intrigues me. It does, but
it's enough to go, right?
It's worth going, but at the same time, bro, I have no problem watching this from the comfort of my home.
Oh no, and it also depends. Now that you pointed out, like if this is Rampage, I'm sorry.
This is Rampage.
That better be the first match on Rampage, because I ain't staying a whole 2-hour Rampage for that. Come on, man.
Because if you recall,
half the venue's gonna leave by the time his match comes.
It happens. We do it all the time. We do it every single year.
Mad people leave after like 2 matches from Rampage, or even after when he says Rampage, people leave because no one wants to stay.
Nobody wants to stay.
I think what was it? The first Grand Slam, CM Punk had a match opening Rampage, and after that, everyone left.
Because Powerhouse,
and everyone left after that.
I'm just clearing some shit out. My bad. I'm clearing some stuff out.
Are those two having a match at Grand Slam? That would make sense.
I don't think that's happening, pal.
That would make perfect sense. I mean,
if
it's a work, you might as well make it work.
So
I hope it's a work.
We're about to wrap up with a couple more topics, but also in the news, literally yesterday morning, Matt Riddle was in the news. So he was at JFK Airport, and Matt Riddle accused airport police of sexual assault. Over the weekend, WWE Matt Riddle was returning to the United States from last week's Superstar Spectacle event in India while traveling through New York's JFK Airport. An incident involving Riddle occurred. TMZ reports the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey Police Department has launched an investigation into an incident after Riddle made a sexual assault claim against one of their officers. The accusation came in a since deleted Instagram post. Where is it here? Deleted Instagram post on Sunday, September 10th, along with the photo of an officer that Riddle wrote. This is what Riddle basically said, okay? To which he deleted as well. Nothing like being sexually assaulted by an officer and harassed at JFK Airport. No means no. And just because I'm nice doesn't mean yes, asshole. Don't know their Twitter or Instagram handles, but I took pictures. Normally, I'm like, whatever. But today was really weird and uncomfortable. And they made a point to make me feel small and useless. Definitely one of the most uncomfortable travel days I've ever had. Thanks, NYC. You're so progressive and accepting. Now, this is from TMZ. Port Authority police were called about a disorderly person deplaning. When they met the person in the terminal, it turns out to be Riddle. According to what TMZ was told, officers spoke to Riddle and other witnesses at the time. Riddle seemed apologetic in the moment. No report was filed, and he was allowed to leave. But while the agency was apparently caught off guard by Riddle's accusations after what they felt was a fairly routine situation, it is still launching an internal investigation into the matter. And then was after that, Riddle posted on his IG, finally leaving JFK, and I never want to come back here again.
Well, go to LaGuardia.
Go to North Liberty Airport, buddy.
He's done.
And to which now there's also word going that he was intoxicated when this happened.
He's done. He's done.
He was intoxicated when this happened too.
He's becoming a bad problem for the WWE.
And also factor in as well, didn't he just get out of rehab a couple of months ago?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it was. Clearly it wasn't rehab.
And now this happens, and then also factor in WWE just removed him from weekend events. He's not even on Raw. He's not even on Monday Night Raw
tonight. So what he's doing with Drew is probably next.
Yeah,
he is now. I feel bad for Drew. Feel bad for Drew now. What the fuck
Drew's
you
probably
do?
Like, thank God.
Thank God.
He wasn't even enjoying what he was doing.
Drew was like, thank fucking Christ. It's finally over.
I mean, he can still turn heel, beating up the New Day. You don't need Matt Riddle for that.
Yeah, he could take on the New Day on his own.
All right.
Beat the crap out of him. Have a singles match with each guy.
Matt Riddle did it himself, man. He had plenty of opportunities, and
it's sad because I remember watching him on the independent scene. And you hear about WWE grabbing him, signing him to a deal. Even I remember at the time, New Japan also wanted him, but WWE beat them to it. And I thought, like, oh my God, this is a great signing. This guy going to be a big deal down the road, right? And then look where we're at now, in the mud, in the fucking mud.
He is.
Way in the mud. I'll be real with you guys. I know today's the last episode of Raw where the McMahons will be in charge of WWE because the new deal with Endeavor goes into effect tomorrow at midnight.
I should buy some stock.
So with that being said, today I'm pretty sure, and it's gonna be Endeavor's problem now. Is what they want to deal with, how they want to handle it. So we'll see how that goes.
They dealt with them before; they'll deal with them again.
Yeah, they have. Yep, it's no different this time. Ooh, Matt Riddle. Did we get rid of him already?
Oh yeah, get that weed head out of here. Now he's everything head. Get him out of here.
Well, at the time though, it wasn't owned by Endeavor though. At the time when the UFC was dealing with him, so it was Zuffa
who was dealing with him. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna keep up with that if he keeps acting the way he is.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Now you're just becoming a nuisance to the dang company at this point.
Yeah, of course it is. It's absolutely true. What's going on, Dolores? How are you?
What's up, Dolores?
Well, the real question is, will Endeavor and Dana White keep Matt Riddle around?
I don't know if it's Dana White's decision, but
it's not Dana White's decision.
But
I'm recording Raw. I'm watching the Bills.
Yeah,
and the Jets.
I mean Raw, man. Those ratings, man. I'm very intrigued. How that's gonna look.
We're gonna Raw Rundown gonna be in the mud tomorrow. Oh man, Raw Rundown in the mud.
It's gonna be tough, but we'll see.
We'll
Because Jets and Bills, I mean, there's a rain delay, right? Well, there's not a rain delay.
Yeah, it's a rain delay right now.
It's pouring right now, like crazy.
I think Romeo's out there right now. Romeo's in MetLife right now.
Yeah, I hope he brought
Romeo, if
poncho.
you're listening, stay dry.
Stay dry, buddy.
Stay dry.
I just got home from work and I was soaked.
Dog, dude,
It was
dude, I was driving in the
terrible.
rain today, bro. Like, nah, bro, I hate this shit, bro. I hate this. Nah, dude. On Friday, I had to go. Had to do something with my brakes, right? And I left the dealership. And as soon as I left, like it was already like the clouds was already dark, right?
Yeah.
It's already dark. Like you already know, okay, this rain about to pour. Like you just know, like when it's about to just drop, right? The rain.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm driving, like fuck this. I'm gonna just take it home. Next thing I know, just
Thunder.
all thunder, water just dropping, hail falling from the sky, bro.
Wow.
And then it got to a point where there's like somewhere where I normally make my turn. And it's like an intersection of all the other lanes, right? Meet in one spot. The traffic light went out.
Oh, so yeah. Once there's no direction, everybody loses their brain. They don't know what to do.
Everyone just I'm like, fuck, what do I do now? And it's not because you're next, like you're supposed to go, like, yeah, all these cars behind you and shit. Like, fuck this, I'm hardcore. I just went for it, But Walter, on Friday, you were at Impact Wrestling, man.
Yes.
How was it?
Our Friday.
How was it? Like, what was the experience like, Walt? Let me ask you this question. What was the experience like for you going to an Impact Wrestling show after, God, I want to say 8 years?
It's like I went, yeah, since the Grand Ballroom, and
Yeah,
it was
2015.
a lot different because this felt like an indie show. It's just the
It
best.
sounded like Andy's show. The crowd sounded dead.
Did it really
did it really sound that dead? I don't know.
It sounded
why I
dead
say
from the
that.
audio. I had to put headphones in to hear what the crowd sounded like. It was pretty dead to me.
Yeah. Yeah, Friday was definitely not as lively as Saturday. That's for sure. Friday, so yeah, at Westchester County Center, I've been there for WWE house shows. This one, they closed out the whole top. You know, there was only bottom floor seating and GA. So standing room and bottom floor seating.
You had a good seat, bro. You had a good seat for both shows, man.
Of course, I had to get somewhat of a good seat. I'm not fucking doing GA for this show. Are you kidding me?
How much was the beer?
The beer, $9. So it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So I'll give them that.
And they gave you the can, or was it like out of the bottle, or is it like, you know?
It's a can. It was a Corona can. So, but it's already like that, you know. It's not like, no, they didn't pour it in a cup or anything like that. They just gave you the can. But it was cash only. So
in the mud.
That was in the mud for a point. I had to go to the ATM.
And that ATM? That ATM?
They did.
Final?
They
you know what I said? Because you just said, like, all right, they feel indie now, right? They feel indie now, right?
Yeah, it felt indie, yes.
A lot of indie shows and this is my big knock on these indie shows. Like, I haven't been to an indie show in a minute. I should go to one. I really should.
I basically went to one, so
no. But my only knock on a lot of these indie promoters now, they book these buildings that don't have an ATM,
and
a lot of these indie wrestlers rely on cash only for transactions. So let's say you want to buy a T-shirt, whatever, cash. Now, granted, these are the same wrestlers that when you go on their Twitter, you go on their X profile or their, whatever it may be, in their link tree, they got the PayPal link or, the Cash App, it's kind of funny, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, what are we doing?
No, none of that. Everything was cash. Even parking was cash because it's an old venue. It's Westchester County Center. I'm not saying it's a dump, but it it's old. It's not up to the times. So
it's not Harpo's dump. It's not Harpo's dump.
No, it's better than Harpo's.
Harpo, oh man, no. Mike, Big Mike. The next Impact Wrestling show live from a Harpo's in Detroit. Yo, Mike's
they'll go to Dearborn. Screw that.
They better not go to Harpo.
We drove past it when we came from Chick-fil-A. That was basically Dearborn, so it was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but long story short, Yeah, the Friday show, it was good. Like, if you like good in-ring action, I thought it did its job. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw Victory Road live, but
I saw part
I
of it. I saw the Trinity's spot through the table. Yeah,
yeah, I couldn't
Yeah,
see
which
it
was
from my end.
man.
tables
But
were
yeah,
the tables were the LVP of the show, man.
yeah, that was brutal. I mean, some of it was just whatever.
That Trinity twerk though was nice. I like that.
Yes, I thought the woman, Grace and Perazo had a good match
I
again.
thought they did.
Thought Macklin Alexander had a really good match, and that was pretty much it. I think Saturday was where that felt big. Impact 1,000.
Well, I'm glad you said
Huh?
that, Mike. Well, I'm glad you said that. Impact 1000, because this Thursday we're gonna do
He
something.
couldn't even get the name out. He was so excited to announce this.
And I'm glad you mentioned Impact 1000 because there's nothing yet, but we'll let you guys know this Thursday we're gonna be going live twice on the channel. We're gonna go live twice. We're gonna do sad, and then
I
Thursday.
can't believe I agreed to this.
I can't believe you do it either.
Impact 1,000. You competing with football? Oh, in the mud.
Who playing?
Oh, who is playing? It's a good question.
Don't tell me it's the Lions now. It's the
No.
They ain't gonna play
We playing
twice.
Sunday.
Tell me it's the Giants now.
I don't want to talk about that.
Listen, bro, we're gonna beat the Cardinals though. It's the easy win, yo.
I know, but still,
Vikings and
inflated.
the Eagles.
Oh,
That could be a blowout.
That
Eagles
could be a
blow them
blowout.
out.
Eagles is trash.
I mean, I'll
So-
still do the watch long anyway, but I'm just saying.
so this
That
Thursday,
ain't gonna be the only thing I'm watching.
so this
Oh,
Thursday,
yeah, that is true.
so this Thursday,
We're doing dual watch along this Thursday, dual screen.
Was Inter Miami playing? Inter Miami, they playing?
No, I'm saying Thursday football. I'm sure that's going to be on the background. So
I'm pretty sure it is. So this Thursday, we're gonna be doing sad, and then after we'll be doing a watch along to Impact 1000. We normally don't do Impact watch along on the channel. Matter of fact, we rarely do watch alongs, period. But I feel like it's Impact 1000.
wow, it's not even live, and you're gonna do it.
Not even live, I know, but still, we're gonna watch Impact 1000.
Actually, I do want to watch because I want to see what's on that show because they tape 2 weeks of tapings. I don't know
with the 1,000 like on the graphics.
Yeah,
2
with the
weeks ahead?
1,000 on the graphics.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna, what's gonna be on night 2 or what's gonna be on the actual 1,000. I know the 10 women tag is gonna be on the week after, which is weird, but
Wait.
yeah.
Let me get this straight. Let me see if I understand this. They're gonna do 2 weeks of Impact 1000. 2 weeks.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
hell,
you got me for one.
You
You
got
got me
me
for
for
one.
You got me
me
for
for the second.
You
got me
better
for-
hope that I really hope what's on that 1,000 is the Ultimate X match, the Feast or Fired, Team 3D. I think will be in there. It's a quick match. It was nothing crazy.
Well, don't spoil it, Walter.
I'm just saying. I mean,
It
they'll add it.
happened, but wrestling fans know it happened.
Yeah, I didn't say the winner. I mean, I don't have to. And
Right. If
I
you're a
don't know
wrestling
what
fan, you know where
yeah.
they're going.
I don't know what could be the main event of that. That's the weird part. But I feel like Impact 1000 didn't have really main event material match. They only had one like pay-per-view one really good TV quality match. I'm not gonna lie. The rest was kind of just nostalgia stuff.
No.
It was good, but
let me ask you
yeah,
Let me ask you this couple questions real quick here. Number one,
couple questions.
are the Impact Wrestling fans, are they civilized? Unlike the AEW fan base, when you go to the shows, are they all the same? Are they all the same? Like,
not entirely. Obviously you have your crazy fans.
Do you see any of them? Do you see any of them?
Some of them were annoying, but most of them were pretty civil, I think. I think it was a lot more civilized than AEW. But AEW, we're comparing what? 5,000 people when we go there to 600. Yeah, 500, 600 people. So
and to think, like, the
600 people, that sounds very low.
Now, from what I've heard,
but that's how many they had available.
Yeah, I heard they had to turn people down. They had to like turn people
Yeah,
down.
they limited to 600 because to make it look packed, I
Oh,
guess. So
they in the
they
mud. They could have did a 2,000 seat venue and probably sold it out.
The problem is
no, that's a 3,000 seat venue.
Oh,
4,000
well, they could have
seats.
did the whole 3,000. I think they would
Because
have filled it
when
out.
the Fed goes to that venue, they sell it out all the time.
So let me get this straight. They booked a 3,000 seat venue and they only made a capacity for 600 people, and they had to turn down people at the door.
They turned down people? I don't know. Wow. Because the GA, probably too many people were going to be in GA. Yeah, because they didn't have the upper section open. That was all blocked off. Because that was for like camera stuff. That's for camera. I don't know. It was weird.
Man, they could have had a big turnout if they wanted to.
Oh, okay. So if that's confirmed, that's cool. Ultimate X for the second episode. The weird part is that those first two matches, that was the first two matches of no, I lied. That was like the third or fourth match. The first two were like some random matches.
Big Mike only approved because he's in a good mood due to the Lions victory.
Right.
There's some validity to that. Yeah,
there's some validity to that. Yeah,
so you're not getting the ultimate. Maybe that's a blessing that you don't get the. I mean, the Ultimate X was good, but I won't even go into it. I don't want to spoil it.
I saw a little hiccup there. It's fine.
Yeah, that. A little hiccup. So random. I didn't understand the win of that match.
Yeah. So before we put a bow on this episode,
let's put a bow on it.
No, we're about to. As you guys know, today is 9/11, marks the 22-year anniversary of the attacks on the World Trade Center. The sad days in American history. I feel like we ask this every year, so it's become a tradition here in a way. We go in circles here, and we talk about where we were, what we're doing. Because I remember in high school, this is like my sophomore year. Not my junior year of high school, my junior year. The teacher that we had for history was like, because we had school on that day, and he was like, you guys will always remember where you were on 9/11, just like I will remember where I was when Kennedy got shot. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, it's kind of true because you remember like in your mind exactly what you were doing, where you were. For me, I was in the 5th grade, and at the time, we're doing an assignment, and the teacher walked in, and she goes to a teacher. She's already in tears, and I'm like, "What happened?" I was like, "What? 5th grade?"
You were 10.
I was like, "Yeah, I was 10, but I didn't know any better. Like, what the hell is going on right now, right?" So she's crying her eyes out. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here, right? What the heck is going on? We go to lunch, and I'm noticing that people from my class were being picked up by their parents to go home, early dismissal, whatever, right? I unfortunately was one of the fucking bastards that actually had to stay the entire day in school.
Yeah, which is
in the mud, right? In that time I was in the mud.
If it would have went further, it would have been kind of bad.
But you gotta keep in mind, like, my parents weren't really into the whole thing. Oh, I'm picking you up. No, you staying the whole day in school. That's growing up Peruvian for you.
That's still dangerous.
So then again, I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what is happening, right? I get home and I turn on the TV. And every channel had the attacks on the World Trade Center. Every single channel. Univision, Telemundo, NBC, Fox, ABC, CBS. I think at the time it was UPN 9 here in the tri-state, right?
UPN was still around. Yep.
Even Nickelodeon. I don't know how many of you guys used to fuck with Nickelodeon back in the day, back in the early 2000s, late 90s. But you guys remember that show Nick News with Linda Ellerby? I don't know how many of y'all remember that show back in the day. But she was on the team. Like, what the hell is going on right now? Like, what is this, right? Every single channel that you can think of was covering 9/11, dude, and the attacks and all that stuff. My brother at the time was living in New York. He was living in the city, and for him, it was like, yo, he was trying to go to work that day, and he was in the subway as it went down. He was in the
Where
subway.
did he work? Where did he work at the time?
Well, he lived in Queens, but he worked in Manhattan.
Oh,
So
did he work anywhere near the towers?
not quite, but he got to see everything. He got to see from where he was the towers coming down, all that shit, basically. But yeah, man. Again, it's a day that sucks. You know, my watching it every single year, people getting up on that stage and acknowledging the members that people that lost their lives. Not just people who were in the building, but also fire personnels, and so on and so forth. But yeah, Mike, what about you? What about you, man? What do you remember about that day? Where were you?
Yeah, man. I was in first grade. I remember my dad dropping me off because he would always drop my sister off because my sister was still in high school. She was a sophomore in high school, and he would drop her off first, then drop me off. And then I noticed like an hour into school, because school started like at what, 7:30. But like an hour into school, I noticed that teachers would come in and out of my classroom, talking to my teacher, freaking out, everybody scrambling outside, just walking back and forth. And then I want to say about 25 minutes after that, my teacher said, everybody, grab your coats, line up at the door. We're going to take a field trip to the church up the block.
You're like, church up the block. What is this?
Yeah, it was a Catholic church right next to my school.
Oh, okay.
They had like a playground on it. Mind you, when I was in kindergarten and first grade, my school was just still being repaired on, but it was up to code enough to have kids in it and to be safe enough for kids to be in the building. I think by the end of my first grade year, it was fully done. But we walked from the classroom to outside. Then I noticed when we got outside, A, it was raining. B, it was 5 police cars and 2 fire trucks, and they were guiding us to the church. And I got in the church, mind you, never seen a Catholic church before in my life, never been in a Catholic church up until that point in my life. I thought I was creeped out when I walked in there. All of the stained glass and the fixtures and stuff like that. Then my cousins, because they were in upper middle school, I think my oldest cousin was in 8th grade and my younger cousin was in 7th grade at the time. They came over to me and they said that their mom, my aunt, is coming to pick me up and drop me off at home. And that's what happened. And then once I got home, I looked on the TV in the kitchen and I just saw the buildings burning and then showing them collapsing. And it was I couldn't make of it then what was going on. Probably that next year when I went to 2nd grade, then it was started to, sink in on what happened a year ago at that time. What, like how big of a thing it became. And my heart goes out to all the people that lost their lives that day, and all the firefighters working that day, all the police officers working that day. It was just tough. You never forget.
Exactly. Walter, what about you, man?
Yeah, I don't have too much like recollection of it. I was also pretty young. But I do remember being in school, and then I think it was around lunchtime. No, not lunchtime. Yeah, for some reason we left a little later than after all those events happened, and around lunchtime they're like, "Oh, after lunch, like the parents are gonna, we called everyone's parents to pick us up," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I don't know what's going on, but that's weird. Random half day." And I mean, I didn't really. I'm like, oh, I guess I missed it or something. I didn't know there was a half day. And then
Yeah.
so my mom and dad picked me up, and they weren't even working. I'm like, oh, they're both not working on I don't know what day it was. It was some weekday, and
I think that was a Monday.
yeah, it was like a Monday. I'm like, why are they not working? I know.
Yeah,
Why
this is like 22
Yeah.
years to the day, I think, because it was a Monday. I think.
That's crazy. But yeah, that's what happened. And I think I'm pretty sure I heard news in the background, but I couldn't process it. Like, wait, something really happened like this? Like the Twin Towers just, kaboom. I don't know how to say it. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
it was like it collapsed,
yeah.
and I was, I'm a kid at the time, so I'm just thinking, is this real or something? And then my dad buys the newspaper next. He always buys newspapers. I don't think he does anymore, but he would buy.
There's no need to buy newspapers
Yeah,
now.
I think he was doing it for a time where it was still
Nah.
dead, but he
So
bought
our
a
mom right here.
Newspapers is like $3.
It was a Tuesday. Okay, yeah,
Tuesday,
it was
yeah.
it was
It was
a
a
weekday for
Tuesday.
sure.
It was a Tuesday
Yeah.
morning.
It's definitely earlier in
Because you
the
know
week.
why? I'm thinking it's Monday because the day before I was watching the Michael Jackson concert on TV.
From
Because that
MSG?
happened the day before at MSG. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, there was two different times on the newspaper that showed the times the building collapsed, and I was able to understand. Oh wow, this is no joke. Like this is real shit. And even as a little kid, I was able to process that. And it's still like it affected everyone that day. Literally, even people who didn't live near New York. Like I'm pretty sure everyone was just amazed that like not amazed in a good way, in a bad way. Like what the fuck just happened? And then you
Well,
got
you
the
know what it was for
Pentagon
us?
crash, and then
Yeah, because at that point, once the second plane hit the second tower and then the Pentagon, what made us evacuate our school because they said that, it was some planes that possibly got hijacked here and they were going to, crash into the Renaissance building downtown.
yeah, it's insane. I mean, yeah, there
So
was
they
another,
wanted to get all the people out of the area because we were close to downtown as well.
yeah,
High school.
everyone was vulnerable, and obviously there was one more plane after that. Who knows where it would have landed, but
Yeah,
it
that's where
crashed.
they said that plane, which they made a movie on. They said that plane was going to
Yeah.
L.A.
LA? I heard a White House
Yeah.
as well. I mean, I wouldn't be
Well, it
surprised
could
if
have
it
been the
was
White House too, but
I would have thought LA as well, which would suck. But because just to say, oh, we took over the whole country, whatever, whoever it was at the time.
yeah. And I've never watched that movie either because it's like, why would I even want to watch
I
something
think in
like
school I watched a movie called about that flight, the flight that we didn't know where it landed. It landed in Pennsylvania, but we don't know where the target was, and they made us watch that movie. So
Walter, do me a favor, bro.
happened?
Just upload the photo that I just sent you. When you get a chance,
Did you send me on Twitter?
In your DM,
Okay.
in your DM. So I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna read some comment that you guys wrote. Just because I feel like again, we need to. It's good to know where everyone else was at the time as well. Armand writes here. I cut school at lunch. And went stayed at my aunt's house. Stayed at my aunt's house with my cousins. My mom worked in New York at the time, and didn't get home till 7 p.m. and picked me up at 8 a.m. I was in high school gym class. Dolores right here. I remember my soon to be dad had told us he had a meeting at Pentagon. So when the attacks happened, we couldn't reach him, and he hadn't made it yet. But he lost so many friends and coworkers. It affects him till this very day.
Mm.
Safet's right here. I was in middle school, the 7th grade, on this day 22 years ago, when the teacher across the hall came in and tells that the plane hit the World Trade Center. Wrestling archive.
B.
We're just gonna call you
Yeah, Wrestling
6880.
Wrestling
Arch
Arch.
V6880.
We're just gonna call you Wrestling 6880. All right, out of respect. The most devastating event in America, one of the most devastating events in world history. Absolutely. But yeah, man, again, if it was up to me, I'll be honest, to me, 9/11 should be a day off, bro. Archives. There you go. Archives.
Okay, shortened.
Shortened.
See, this is my only issue with that. You know what this country loves to do with holidays.
That's the problem too. Yeah,
It's gonna
They're
be
gonna get into
more of a
sales.
celebration than a day of
Yeah.
remembrance.
yeah, bro. That's the thing.
I like
too.
it the way it is now because
Is that-
get the
yeah.
9/11 special.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
But you know what it is though. Okay, I feel like today, if you work, it should be time and a half. If you work on this day, it should be time and a half.
I like that, but they're not gonna do that.
They're
not
not
gonna do
doing
it.
that because that means
Dude,
people are
'cause
still
guess
gonna have
what?
a day off.
Guess what? And I hate to make it a race thing. Juneteenth is a government issued holiday, and a lot of people don't
Yeah.
get time and a half or the day off.
I got it.
Yeah. Oh, but Juneteenth, yeah, surprisingly, I get that off. But do they do sales for that? I'm actually curious.
Juneteenth, I think they did do sales this Juneteenth past.
Yikes! Why?
Yeah, no, that's why it's terrible.
What the fuck are we doing?
You can't.
I mean,
do
it's
that.
weird when they do Veterans Day too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah,
what does it
Veterans
have to
Day
do with sales?
So,
Memorial
President.
Day.
I don't even think they do President's Day sales.
They do. They
You
do.
don't get the day off. They do.
Yeah. No,
In
any
the mud.
government type of holiday. I know a lot of us don't get all of them off, but yeah, any of those like MLK Day sales, you get sales for
Yeah.
everything.
President's
And you don't even get the day off. I don't get the day off. MLK
You get
Day.
a sale on President's Day, bro. You know what holiday I used to love back in the day when I was in school,
What?
bro? For a random reason, Yom Kippur, bro. I had to get a random Monday off, bro. They gave me a random day off of school, yo, for no reason. Like, all right,
Yeah, they would always give us those religious holidays. I'm like, oh, nice.
all right, thank
And
you.
now
All right.
whatever you call the October holiday, I don't know what the name is. But
Columbus Day.
You know damn well that's
Screw
not the name
Columbus
anymore.
I'm sorry.
That is not the day. Whatever they're calling it, Indigenous Day. I think here in Bridgeport they call it Italian Heritage Day. I don't know why. But whatever that means.
Day.
Indigenous Peoples Day, cool. Columbus Day.
Yeah, let me type
Fuck
that
that.
up. Italian Heritage Day.
So
See if it's actually in October. Yeah, it is in October.
With that being said, folks, we're gonna put a bow on this show. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Again, guys, this Thursday we're doing sad, but we're also going to be doing Impact 1000 watch along.
He made it on the fly.
I should have said no.
You should have said no. Now
I should have said no.
We're doing it, yo.
Boy.
It's going down, yo. It's going
little
down.
does he know that's 2 weeks of Impact 1000.
Well, we'll get 1 week done. I don't promise the other week. I don't promise the
Oh
other
yeah,
week.
because we was saying 1,000 episode, Impact 1,000, and it's Impact 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, look, see episodes. They knew what they were doing.
They knew what they were doing. Yep. But yeah, we don't promise what stay no. But that's the plan for Thursday. Hopefully you guys join us for that one. Bring back Russo for one night for
I think they're good.
I think they're good. Yeah, bring back Dixie Carter, bro. I know Dixie.
You're gonna be devastated.
I know there's a video that's because you guys know the whole like what's it called? The wrestler documentary is coming out on Netflix, right? Real soon. It's featuring OVW, and I don't know when it happened, but Dixie Carter made an appearance on OVW via video. It was the return of Dixie Carter. I was like, oh man, I was marking out for a second there. So yeah, also before I wrap this up as well, I know I forgot to mention this, but Walter, where you're at Impact, they made it official. Going into this year into the Impact Hall of Fame is going to be Don West and Mike Tenay. I say it's about damn time. And sad that Don West is no longer with us.
I know.
But when you look back and in the golden days of Impact TNA, they were the voice. They were the voice, bro.
They were the standard for TNA for commentating.
Shoot, where do you put them all time on commentators? Teams.
For me, I would.
They're in my top 10.
They could be top 5 potentially.
Yeah, they could be. They could be top 5. It could be top 5
because we're talking about duos, right? Like
duos.
Yeah,
not three guys. Duos.
Yeah.
Top 5 for sure. Top 5.
I think I'll play them top 5.
You have to. But yeah, man. We're gonna conclude this episode. I want to thank you all for tuning in.
Hey, what about the other inductee? Come on.
Mike Tenay and Don West.
What about? Oh, never mind. Wait, did they announce it? Oh no, never mind. No. So they did announce it. Spoiler.
All
right. Well, there will be another induction. I won't say who, but yes, there's another inductee.
You can tell us off air.
Yeah, off air.
I sent it to y'all. I think.
I don't recall.
I don't remember seeing anything.
Oh damn it!
Oh yeah.
I don't remember.
I remember in the group chat. I remember.
I don't remember.
Impact. Now you got to tune in for Impact 1000 to see the inductee.
Okay. But you guys can follow the Around the Point Network over on X at AT Point Network. Again, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit that bell notification. You'll be notified when we go live, like we will tomorrow for the Raw Rundown. And of course, this Thursday after SAD, it's the Impact 1000 watch along. This should be fun. You can follow me on X at Heel Steven. Big Mike, let them know where can they check out the Pride of Detroit.
Yeah, you can check me out on Twitter at DetroitGamer313. Also here every single day on the Around the Point Network.
And of course, Walter, let them know where can they check you out, man.
Yep, follow me on X at Hey I'm Walter.
And with that being said, guys, thank you all for tuning in. For myself, for Big Mike, and of course for Walter, this has been Steve's Kitchen here on the Around the Point Network.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.
Get out, motherfucker.
Clapping here.